Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here at Fanny Bay, which will be Saturday the 12th of December. This meeting will be the second of three successive weekly meetings in the lead up to Christmas. Once again, the fields are a little on the light side, but there are some interesting affairs on the day, and as last week, there should be some competitive affairs on the 5-race card. The first is the TRNT Off the Track Handicap, a benchmark 54 event over the 1,300 metres. It is time to go at the mid-afternoon time of 4 minutes past 3 Northern Territory time, and in the opener, my numbers are 4, 2 and 3. Good race to start the day, the biggest field of the day, an 8-horse field over the 1,300, and I'm going here with number 4, Recording to Win, from the very much informed Phil Cole stable. Alice Lindsay, she's done a great job since coming to the top end, has the apprentice. It's got her claim now to 2 kilograms, and she takes the mount on Recording to Win. Last run was a third behind stablemate Looking for You, and the previous outing, that was back on the 3rd of August rather, that was behind Art of More. She's down in grade, is Recording to Win, the 5-year-old mare, and I think she can improve on her most recent couple of outings. So I've got her on top 4. To beat number 2, Savaspur. Really like this horse, trained by Chris Pollard. He's a really nice type by Sava Beale. Barry Huppets, as usual, for the Pollard stable, takes the mount. He's up and tripped this horse from his last start effort behind Exact Replica. That was third on the 12th of November. Rather the 21st of November over the 1,200 metres, and I think the step up to the 1,300 metres will suit this horse. I think he'll be very hard to beat. And in for third, number 3, Warface, consistent type, also trained by Phil Cole, Wayne Davis in the saddle. In the opener, my numbers are 4, 2 and 3. The second's the MT Electrical Handicap, this one over the 1,200 metres, and it's for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Only a field of 5 here, and Gary Clark really holds the key to this one. He's got 2 engaged, Phil Cole's got 2, and Cherie Lawler the other one. So I'm going with the numbers of 4, 2 and 3 here. 4 on top for me, Patria, from Clarkie's stable, and Adam Nichols takes the mount from the one gate, carrying 60 kilograms. I think Chippy will just about be able to make that. He's one of our heavyweight riders, of course, but rides very well, as we know. Very successful rider in his career, and he's got 4 good rides actually on Saturday, has Adam. Takes the mount here on Patria. Down and trip from a last start, second over 1,300 behind Captain Apollo, and the previous start was second behind the Captain. Well, that's good form in anyone's language. Back to 64 grade, I think, is the key for Patria. Doesn't win out of turn, but now he's back to the 64 grade. I think he'll take a power of beating. 4 on top. To beat number 2, and that is Looking for You, the last start winner from the Cole stable, and Wayne Davis aboard. Looking for You's a consistent type, a 6-year-old, and that last start win over Papalette in this grade, over this distance, augurs well for another good run here. And my third selection, number 3, Papalette, back to the 1,200 like he was last time out. Has yet to win it. The trip's only had a couple of runs, and that second last time out for Looking for You showed that he's getting close to a win over this trip. My numbers in the second, 4, 2 and 3. The third's the Darwin Racing Handicap. It's the highest rated race of the day. It's a 0 to 70, and this one over the 1,100. They'll go quickly in this. A 6-horse field here. My numbers are 4, 3 and 1. Going here with the fresh up Autocratic, number 4, trained by Gary Clark, Jared Todd in the saddle. Of course, back during the carnival, this horse won the Guineas. The Guineas, of course, this year was over 1,300 metres. He then went to the Derby and failed over the 1,600 metres. He's had a good spell. I understand from the stable he's come back in great order and working well. He's very smart. He's a class act Autocratic, and I think he'll sprint well fresh, and he'll give this a real shake. 4 on top for me. To beat number 3, Vunavalu from the Cole stable. So it looks like one of those days again where Clarkie and Phil Cole will be at it all day. It's 20 all in the premiership at this early stage of the season, so they're having a great battle, the boys, and long may it continue. Vunavalu, as mentioned, is my second selection. Wayne Davis aboard for Phil Cole. Has yet to win at this 1,100 metre trip. He's got a pretty good record at 1,200 and probably goes as well at the 1,000 metres. Has yet to win at the 11, but that's a minor point. He's racing very consistently, Vunavalu. A little disappointing, I thought, last time, but he's down in grade for this event, and he'll be very hard to beat again. And in for third, the stablemate of My top selection, AUTOCRATIC, in number 1, Divine Red. He's a consistent sort, never goes a bad race. Adam Nichols aboard for Gary Clark, and he's sure to run well. In the third, 4, 3 and 1 are the numbers. The fourth's the Bet365. It's the Trobus handicap event for the Class 2 gallopers. Another one of the 1100 metre events and a 7-runner race here. My numbers here, 4, 3 and 1. Going for number 4 here, Defence Attorney, at probably a little bit of odds. This one trained by Tayan Halter and Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. Has drawn the outside gate, but I don't think that'll worry Defence Attorney much. Second up this campaign, I didn't mind his first up run. That was over the 1,000. The step to the 1,100 will be to his benefit. And I like the way he got home last time out behind Manly Cove. Now, that's pretty good form. Manly Cove came out and won again last week, so he's had 2 for 2 here in the top end. And I think Defence Attorney should be improved for that first up run, and I've got him on top at probably a decent each way bet, even though there's only the 7 in it. I think he'll be paying a nice price. Ahead of number 3, the Obvious Danger and Exact Replica, racing really well, this mare, trained by Phil Cole, of course, and Alice Lindsay aboard. 4 starts in Darwin, 2 wins, 2 seconds. A last start win here, beating Dizzy Miss Lizzie over the 1,200. Drops in trip, but sure to race well again. And in for third, number 1, Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Jared Todd for Gary Clark's only had the 2 starts in Darwin, 2 seconds, knocking on the door, and obviously dropping from the 1,200 to the 1,100, but I don't think that'll make too much difference. Numbers in the fourth, 4, 3 and 1. The last of the 5, it goes at 5:38 Northern Territory time. Let's hope we get the day done with very little precipitation. We were lucky last week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be lucky again. The Silks Darwin handicap's the last. This one over the short course of 1,000 metres. A field of 7 to complete the day. My numbers here, 2, 1 and 3. Going here with number 2, God's Penny, trained by Gary Clark and Jared Todd in the saddle. As mentioned earlier, could be a good day for the leading stables of Clark and Cole. And God's Penny, I think, should be improved by that first up run on the course. Finished 7th of 8 here behind Blue Jean Baby on the 21st of November. But that was the first run on the track. Hadn't had a trial. Stuck wide on that occasion. Will probably sit a little wide again out of barrier 6, but I dare say will be improved by that first up run, and I'm banking on it showing sufficient improvement to take this out. So 2 on top. To beat number 1, the very consistent AUTOCRATIC, trained by Pat Johnson. Pat's having a good run with his little team just of late, and Adam Nichols aboard here. Third last time out in that same race behind Blue Jean Baby, and as mentioned, never goes a bad race, AUTOCRATIC. And in for third, number 3, Should Have Put a Ring on It. The 1,000 metres won't worry. This horse goes very quick. It's had 19 starts at the trip for only the 1 win, but 5 seconds and 2/3. Paul Denton coming to ride for his daughter Leah on the day, and I think Should Have Put a Ring on it. If it can repeat its win of 2 starts back, will certainly be in the mix here. Numbers in the last, 2, 1 and 3. Best bet of the day comes up in race 3. I'm going here with the Class Act number 4, AUTOCRATIC. I think he can make a winning return to racing. The Guineas winner from last season, and I've got him as my best bet of the day. Well, the best roughie comes up in the first, and I really like this horse to go a bold one. Race 1, number 5, Camogli. I like the way he finished off in his most recent run, and can certainly see him troubling the favourites in the first. So race 1, number 5, Camogli. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again in advance of our final meeting for 2020. When we'll have a special Christmas edition for the 19th of December race meeting. We might even have a couple of special guests to give their thoughts on the meeting, so make sure you tune into that. It'll be one not to miss. In the meantime, good luck and good punting.